going to be a bit delayed, so give it a moment. We're back. I'm just going to share the...
Are we back up and talking again now?
Yeah. Say hello.
Hello. Are we here? Your key working? I think there's a slight slow delay.
It's not this we need to worry about, really.
Right, okay. And that's so, there we have it. We got booted off again. I think we're going to have to put our complaints in with the Vodafone. And we haven't done that. Cringe.
Hello again.
What's cringe?
He's making a joke about us, that's all. So.
I can cope with that. So that's quite funny. Not funny. Didn't laugh.
I know that joke, don't worry, it's fine.
Okay.
Not funny. Didn't laugh. Not funny.
So yes, we're talking about.
So I was getting the meaning of conspiracy up. So the word conspiracy it means secret plan by a group to do something unlawful or harmful. And theory just means that it's unproven. So conspiracy theory means that, you have the idea that a group is up to something, up to no good.
Yeah, it's called the government.
That's why conspiracy theories get relayed on the government a lot, because the government is a group and people would point them out as doing something unlawful. It's just that it's called a conspiracy theory because you can't prove it yet. But once it's proven, it's a conspiracy.
Mm-hmm. So
that's the difference. But the problem is that because so many loonies come out with all sorts of crazy conspiracy theories that, the Earth is flat and all sorts. Great, I'm probably going to get a thing at the bottom of my video now. When they come out with stuff like that, and then everyone's like, well, that's a conspiracy theory, and then that's when you link conspiracy theory with people like flat earthers or the extreme tinfoil hat loonies. And that's the whole thing.
Do you know, I remember walking around town when I was a child, and being my teens or a child. I remember this lad, saying, they're around us, they're listening to us. And I stood and I looked at him and I was like, yeah, they are. What can you do about it? There's nothing you can do about it, so
instead, then we expand conspiracy theories to further provoke and lay negative impact on conspiracy theories.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But that's also how, you can kind of dismiss what people say. Is you just be like, it's just a conspiracy theory. But it's like...
Yeah, but that's one way of trying to shut somebody up when they're speaking the truth, though, isn't it, as well?
Sometimes, yeah. It's I forgot we're delayed by a few seconds. Maybe Thanos was right. So what else? So another one related to card and stuff about bank cards, because it is a good idea to use cash, because there can be situations where you lose access to your money. Hello, Princess. There was a conspiracy theory group saying that the world is controlled by a group of Satan worshipping children perverts, and the world's only hope was Donald Trump secretly waging war on them.
I'm not surprised, actually, if there is a war going on behind the scenes.
Okay, not by Donald Trump, though, alone. Come on.
No, he won't be alone, will he? He'll have his own organisation groups. Well, he's going to be one of the good guys. I'm sorry, but I don't like Biden, whatever his name.
Nobody does. So what was I saying? Yes, so the cash and card thing, that is definitely something to be cautious about, because that was proven by Canada. How if you go against, a certain authority, they'll cut off your bank access. They accuse anyone who is against Trump of being a Satan worshipper. That's where it pushes the boat quite a bit.
So if you don't mind Trump, you're a Satan worshipper?
No. If you're against Trump, you're a Satan worshipper. Which is a bit silly.
Okay.
Yeah, it is a little cringe.
And that most probably come from the opposite party who come out with that crap. So people go, oh yes, because they all follow like just sheep. So, for example, you're a Biden supporter, say, for example, and I'm a Trump one, and then somebody out of your little group would go...
Stop whispering.
Oh, then somebody out of your little group would go, oh, she's a Satan worshipper. And that's what it aspires to when it's not. When I could actually think, well, actually, somebody in your party could be a Satan worshipper.
No, it's the other way round.
No. What I'm saying is, though, say I'm Trump.
So let's say you're a Trump supporter, and I'm Biden supporter.
Yeah.
It'd be people from that side saying, "I am the Satan worshipper."
Because you're a supporter of Biden.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That was the point. Oh, yeah. Sorry. It's because Auntie Ange basically just whispers when she talks. She talks like this.
I always moan. Yeah, I always get moaned at. I get moaned at I'm too loud, and then I get moaned at I'm too quiet.
If you're loud, I just turn the volume down.
Then everything else.
No, I've if any of you can pinpoint when I've moaned about being too loud, let me know, because I've never said.
Doesn't he always moan at me over something? It always does.
There you go. This is back when it was a Hillary Clinton thing. So
yes,
Hillary versus Trump. Or as South Park put it, as douche versus turd sandwich.
Yes, I do think there's a big fight going on behind the scenes.
Maybe it's just a fight for power. That's probably what it is.
Hope a certain organisation starts collapsing.
So if there's a whole cult war or whatever, it'll be just different cults fighting to get power. That's what it'll be.
Well, what's his face in Canada? I can't stand the bloke, and I don't want to use his name. And he's Prime Minister there, and I just don't like him. He's horrible, nasty, evil man.
I think you emphasise on this literally every week.
I just don't like him.
I think we've heard that enough times. But yeah, so I mean, yeah, never know. Could be some higher power, something out there controlling the world. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. And some people are just vessels for.
How is Japan? Are they trying to get rid of the cash in Japan? By the way, are they trying to do that there? I know in certain shops now, in my town, if you don't take card, a lot of people are now walking away. I've heard the odd person will get an order, and when they get the order in the cafe, they go, well, cash? No. Card? Bye. Well, I told you I had a bit of a spat with somebody when I wanted to pay cash, and they went, no. And I went, actually, it's a legal tender. You have to take it if I offer it. And if they did, I should have gone, well, I offered you the money, declined it, so off I go. And take the items.
I guess it's something where you can't really force people to use cash. Unless something's broken, maybe, then.
I'm waiting for the hackers to come in and just whoosh, with all the machines and wipe them down. That'll come. I'm looking forward to that day. I mean, the shops do it now, don't they?
There's actually a word for that. There's actually a word for a day when the hackers just kind of, like if there's a hacker or maybe a group of hackers that decide to just shut everything down. I think there's a name for that. I don't know what it is, but I think there was a name for that.
But yeah, because like when the supermarkets suddenly the machines go down and people are pulling the face, well, guess what? Carry cash. Simple. It will come. Armageddon.
Haven't they been saying something like that for like decades?
No, because we haven't been going decades with the computer system.
Yeah, we have.
No, we haven't.
Remember, it's 20 years. Nearly 30, I think probably 30 years of computers and technology.
Not the way it is today, though.
Yeah, not as the way it is today, but like...
They planned to do this, and they've been planning for 20 odd years. They've been planning to do this since I was a kid with Maggie Thatcher in charge.
Okay.
They've been planning on doing this. It's like seeing the doctors over Zoom calls, getting everybody working from home. That was down in the 1980s. That was what Maggie Thatcher was on about. Get computer system, give people more leisure.
Look, to go with that, I forgot what it's called. I think it was in a comic, maybe. a comic book sets out something like a really old comic book from like the mid 1900s, and it was about the like a parent walks into a room saying, "Are you going to be late for school?" And the kid's on the computer with a camera and everything saying, "I'm already there," because and it's just like, oh, kids these days, their technology or something. I'll see if I can find that because that's actually kind of. I thought that was kind of funny.
But that's what they were hoping for, and then talking over the Zoom, and the only way they can do it or control is through doing a pandemic.
What's it called? Virtual.
So they've been doing it for 40 years.
School comic.
40 years. That's bad. So you can start seeing how old I am.
It's kind of annoying with the whole. Having doctor's appointments over the phone, because they're basically just Googling it the same way that...
Yeah, well, doctors are being paid a lot of money for doing nothing. And so are lawyers, actually. I think we should go back to public domain, where the public own the gas and electric and the railway service, or anything to do with public. I think doctors should go back to old-fashioned doctors, but it's all that. It's all about that. Money. And it irritates the pants off me.
Anyway, I wanted to have a complaint about the doctors thing, but you kind of interrupted that. So, yeah, because you want to go to the doctors so they can actually see the problem that's going on and maybe have a proper check. But then like they're just kind of talking to you over the phone and basically just kind of like Googling the symptoms. If like that. Not literally Googling it, they'll have their lists, their charts and stuff. But what is it? But like if they're doing that, I could probably just go on Google and do the same thing. Go on the NHS website and narrow it down myself. It's like, why bother with doctors then if that's the case? I prefer, like, if I'm gonna go to a doctor's appointment, I'd rather go in and have them actually look themselves, so then they can get a better idea. It's like me with computers. You guys call me whenever you're at someone's house and you're talking about computers and stuff, saying, oh, I need help fixing this computer, that computer. It's like, well, I can't figure that out unless I'm actually looking at the computer itself, so I can do a bit of tinkering and having a look and feeling for the issues.
You'll zoom you in.
I know, but even then that's a bit of a struggle and a half for me.
Well, you're clever enough and you sort it out. So
I'm using that as a link of doctors over the phone. Do you not see the connection?
Yes, I know. Doctors aren't clever.
So you can't fully diagnose the issue unless you actually see it yourself.
Yeah.
So that's what I was getting at.
See, like years ago, people really, like our nans and stuff and our grandparents, didn't really go to the doctors. And I come from that where I don't really go to the doctors. I try and find some home cures before going to a doctor. Because back then in the 80s they're trying to more push people into going to the doctors, and this and the other, and then eventually they got people to go no the doctors over a stupid cold instead of saying plenty of water, paracetamol, honey, lemon, blah 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 blah. But they don't now. They get people to just go in over the most stupidest thing going. But then on the other hand, getting you men in the doctors when there's something really serious wrong with you is bloody hard work as well.
I found the comic. I'm just trying to get a clear...
So, I'm so pleased that you're still using cash.
So, yeah, we still use cash more than card because majority of people are old, stubborn and don't accept new technology.
I try not to encourage too much technology if I can help it, because I don't believe we should need it. Don't get me wrong, I like sitting watching a TV programme and go, ooh, get Google out, see if that's actually true. And I get Google out. But even then, you've got to be dubious.
I'll get to that. Oh, that's just because of focus. So I found the comic. I'll turn the brightness down so you can actually... I'll give a brief shot of it. It's Betty High School 20... No, that can't be it. I feel like that was altered, but it says Betty High School 2021 AD. I feel like that's been altered a little bit. So it's a comic apparently that was made in 1997. But I feel like the year that the predicted years probably might have been forged a little. I don't trust that. I wouldn't be surprised if it's an old comic, because I'll tell you why in a minute, actually. I wouldn't be surprised if it's an actual old comic that predicted this, but the year they predicted is, I feel like it's been forged. But yeah, so what is it? The mum says, Betty, school is about to start. And Betty's like, relax, mother, I still have all of 30 seconds. And then the dad says, kids today are so lucky they're able to go to school in their own home. It's like they never have to carry books to school, and they never have to worry about the weather. And then Betty's like, excuse me, folks, class is about to begin. And then you got like the computer with the... Oh, I'll turn brightness down again. Computer with a little camera on the top, ready to do the talk. So I thought that was quite funny, how that was a thing. But I think that's forged. Mm-hmm. That could be something else.
Taking the mickey out of last year, aren't they?
But you're gonna like this one. Homeschoolers be like, excuse me, folks. But okay, so this one you're gonna like, because I did this as part of a dissertation at university.
Princess is a lovely cat.
So there's a series of postcards that you can actually find. So I think it's French postcards. They were done in 1899 or something, or 18 something. And basically, what it is, I believe it's French. I could be wrong.
I think you did a school or college.
University.
Was it uni?
I just said it was a dissertation at university.
Okay.
If you're listening.
No, it wasn't, obviously.
Exactly. So I did a dissertation. What I was writing was about technophobia.
Should we have a bit of bickering on here?
No.
I bet you do, sweetheart.
I wrote a dissertation. Yeah, you said the other day, didn't you? I know it's not nice, is it? With cause we had it with our cats and everything. Do you have a cat? How did I? No, it's kind of like we hadn't had a cat for a while, but we she was our cat from years ago. Then my sister took her to go somewhere else, and then something happened, went to some other person, and we feel like she wasn't being looked after, so we took her back, and we looked after. We've helped her. She's gained some muscle back. Her fur's tidied up. Her skin's healed. So yeah, felt like she wasn't being looked after, so we took her back. So university, I wrote a dissertation. It was about technophobia versus technophilia, portrayed in the media. So like movies, how Terminator, but like so these days we have more fear of technology than back in the old days. They loved technology. So like Terminator. What else? Other ones. There's a few others. I just can't remember it on the top of my head. Eagle Eye. That one's about AI taking control. Whereas back in the old days, Back to the Future, the Jetsons, etc., is all love technology. So during my research, there's a series of postcards done by what I believe is a French artist, and they did what technology will be in 100 years, and they made this in like 1899 or something. And they predicted quite a lot of technology that we have today. One of them is video calling with a handheld device. And it's brilliant because they just predicted that. So like there's a picture of people holding this little device with a camera, wearing headphones, and they're talking to each other over a call or having video calls with a projector. So like they were pretty spot on with technology. I mean, there's one where there's like flying firefighters or flying police officers with jetpacks or something, which we're not quite there yet. I think they predicted helicopters though.
Yeah, but we have got a jetpack on the go though.
We're working on jetpacks, yeah, but I think that's more inspired because of
more
media.
Going to up cliffs at the moment too.
No, they've got jetpacks where they travel from boat to boat because they do these practices over water.
Oh, well, I saw one not so long ago on the TV going up a cliff.
Oh, well, there you go.
If somebody's been, fallen off a cliff in the middle of the
They're still
road.
getting there, yeah. So literally, like they've got like proper engines hold to their hands, and they like, yeah, it's pretty cool.
It was on
I'm
TV.
just trying to see the.
On the news a couple of months back. One of these Good Morning ones. Something that you don't see.
But yeah, it was quite fun to see all about that. I think I found it. Future predicting postcards. Nice. Yeah, there you go. So it says French, so it says like En 2000. So what they predicted the year would be in the year 2000. So
That song by Busted, isn't it? In the year 2000.
one of them is quite funny. Is students that teachers are putting books into a machine. It's a bit too dark. Hang on, sorry. Teachers putting books into a machine, and it goes into the students' heads. One of them, here you go, the Roomba. I think I talked about this being the Roomba. So they got one with a maid with a control, and she's controlling a multi-cleaning machine that does the cleaning around the house. And I put that down to predicting the Roomba.
Oh, the robot.
Yeah, the little Hoover that goes across the floor. Yeah. I'm trying to see if I can find the one where they're doing the phone. Sorry, Star, I'm just going to move my arm. What does it say?
He won't let me have the phone.
Do you bugger off?
Do you blame him?
There you go, Enlan 2000.
Not the Satan's like looks and he come out.
Yeah, just pure evil. Like flying taxis. Being able to see, what is it, microscopic creatures projected on a screen. So like they've got some predictions.
That'd be all your viruses and all your bugs.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if I can find farms with electrics. I mean, like it wouldn't be that. It's not like that fancy now. Like got a farmer just chilling on his porch while his tractor machine is harvesting crops. We kind of somewhat do that. We have all the satellite technology that does all that. Here you go, video call. The bloody Google thing isn't in the way, but yeah, there's a guy having a video call. It's not hang on, I'll see if I can get it to focus. Nope, it's not focusing. But he's holding a microphone while they're speaking over the phone. I'm trying to find the one where they have the handheld devices, because that one was. I think they predicted tanks as well. Actually, I don't know when tanks were a thing, but vehicles with guns on them. I'm trying to find the phones. Scuba diving, but this one's they got it racing fishes. Aircrafts that fight in the air. Got one where it's just like you put eggs into a machine and chicks instantly come out. Not that good yet. Somewhat predicted a submarine. Got a whale travelling with people in there. So there's one with a whale with people in the vehicle. So that's a submarine technically. Just trying to find the. There's quite a few underwater features. Skis. They predicted skis in a way. Not brilliant, but yeah, we're kind of on that level. Rollerblades. I think they're like automatic rollerblades, so not that fancy, but we've got electric scooters.
Yeah.
So we're getting there. I'm trying to find the one with the handheld device. I remember seeing it. I've got it in my dissertation.
And that's in the loft.
No, that's in a box. In actually,
Is it?
yeah.
What are the boxes in
Found
the
it.
bedroom?
Bingo. There it is. Look. If I turn it up just a little bit more, so you can see it
remember
better.
seeing the work and I was chuckling.
So they're holding handheld devices, little headphones on, talking on the phone. So it's crazy how they predict this kind of thing and how they know the technology. Because that's what it is. It's the cult back in the day. They knew what was coming in the future.
That's probably did.
Another interesting conspiracy as well. You like this one because this is what we've been watching lately.
Oh.
So imagine associating current events with the show Utopia. if anyone's seen that. If not, worth a watch. It's actually pretty good. I watched a video analysis from Pyrocynical, his 8-hour-long video about it.
I've still got to finish watching that.
But
Halfway
we're enjoying
through.
the show as well. Anyway, but like that one's kind of funny because we made a few jokes like, oh yeah, it's kind of like what's happening now. Oh yeah, that's kind of like what's
when
happening
everybody's
now.
having the injection, and then we just look at each other, and it's between 1 to 5 years' time, people are going to drop down dead, and we're just like...
It's because that's a funny conspiracy on that one. Is what is it? Because like that they release a virus onto everyone. They get scared, so they all take a vaccine, and then that vaccine sterilizes people, and then it stops people from giving birth. To lower the human population. So that was a funny little theory.
Yeah, but the problem is the human population was going down anyway, because boys are too busy playing games on the technology. The women are too busy playing games on technology, so they're not intermingling the same way. So
But do
was
you know
going.
that the population's going down? Have you seen statistics yet?
I've seen them all over Twitter because somebody keeps posting it all on Twitter. Somebody that I follow. So I've been observing from them, and it said...
Also, do you go off and do your own research as well?
No, because I've heard other people do it.
You don't listen to other people do it. You also you listen. You what?
I know one of them was on the TV thing, and they said the population's gone down, giving birth because of them. This is before COVID came out.
All right, but still,
The population was going down
Generally-
anyway because...
generally,
women
when
on
you
the
hear
games.
people talk about stuff, and it's
Yes,
you
I know, I
think,
normally do. I just thought you just happened to say this, and I'm just saying, oh, by the way.
normally I hear people talk about things, and it's like,
you lot tell us.
well, the way I do things is normally I hear people come out with stuff, and I like if they provide their sources, good. If not, I'll go off and Google it
Do
myself.
you know what I do? Do you know what I do?
You don't do that.
No, what I do is I come in, I say, I've heard this lately, go and look it up for me. And you do! And it's great! You're my PA. What more do I need? Yeah, I do look at some things, and I'm not surprised. Yeah, but I taught you lot to start researching things up as well, so it has to come from somebody, some sources. And then I will say something, and I go, well, go and try and prove me wrong if that's right or that's not right.
And then I come along and prove her wrong.
Oh God, here we go again.
Alrighty, I think we're going to wrap it up now. We've had a bit of fun with conspiracy
Oh
theories.
dear, I think somebody's going to be turned into...
No. I might re-upload this video, so I might download both the podcasts and
What time is it already? It was nearly 7 o'clock.
Yeah. I think what I'm going to do
Time
is...
for your din-dins.
Yes. I think what I'm going to... Let me finish.
Let
Let me finish! So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to download both the podcasts, put them together, and then re-upload it as a whole.
Together again.
Because, yeah, it's kind of annoying, and we're going to have to try and talk to Vodafone. I think I'll email them this evening. Say, look, this is affecting my job. Fix it, or we leave.
Any more messages popped up there?
No. That's why I'm scared of Twitter. So many so yeah, it's a little all over the place, but so I wouldn't just like shut everything off. Like if you see people come out with stuff, even if it seems kind of crazy, whatever.
Look into it.
Yeah, look into it. That's like even when we say stuff, like it's good to look into it because we might say something that could be wrong. I tried to look stuff up and make sure I'm kind of knowing what I'm saying. Or get things right, or you might even see, as I say, I Google stuff on the spot just to kind of confirm stuff. But yeah, I mean, like I try to avoid the controversy on Twitter. I like to just follow the ponies, as I like to do. Enjoy
I think
the
it's
nice
going to say
things.
follow the headphones then.
The headphones are what see all anyway. So yeah. Usually try to keep out of it. Enjoy
you
the
think
fun
about
stuff.
it, headphones do see all, because when you got the spies and you see them bugging the rooms and sitting there with the headphones on, so yeah,
The headphones.
you could be
the
right on that
The
one.
headphones hear everything.
You could be right on that one. Yeah, Rules do have ears, as my mother used to say.
Now, on that
And
note,
didn't they put a bug in one of the prime ministers, not presidents,
the president.
in America?
Oh yeah, I hear that thing about the Russian thing where they hid a microphone in the
Picture frame.
yeah,
In
well,
the
not
picture.
like a stamp, or like not a stamp, the logo or something. It was like a peace offering, and yeah, it turned out it's actually hidden something. That's
Yeah, but
fun.
that was back in 1940, so you can see how advanced.
That'd be 60s,
What the 60s? Oh, it doesn't matter, because the 1940s still
or
had
maybe
good
even
technology.
70s. I'll have to look it up again.
Yeah, but it just shows you, though, I mean, technology, how well it is. I mean, when the military updates themselves with new stuff, we get their old cast-offs.
Yeah, we get the later models. So technology can do wonderful things, amazing things, and I love to see the future of technology. I love to see what they do with AI, because I think that's fascinating. I love the use of technology, you know, like the Google
I
device.
think we are where we are. I don't like Google.
Shut up and give me a second, because you're not letting me finish. You're rushing the point. So yeah, like my Google device, I love using that. It's made things easier for me. Like it lets me activate the lights when I stream. I love being able to find information when I need to. I love to be able to see content people publish all the time. It's also brilliant in the way of, you know, filmmaking, how we can do the green screen. And the new adaptations they do on green screen these days, you can actually, the actors can now see the screen behind them, the stuff that goes behind them, and when they move the camera, or like when they move the actors and the camera moves, the background moves with them better. All happening on the go instead of doing it all in editing. So technology does some wonderful things, but it also does some dodgy things. For example, how when you speak to your Google device, it logs everything you say. It also logs what you say when it's not activated, like this conversation right now. Despite the fact that they're like, oh no, it doesn't do that, it doesn't do that. It does. It really does. It's been done before. It's been used to catch out people before, so it does. And the problem is that it's humans running it. It's because humans are running the technology, and that's the problem.
Oh.
And because our information is very valuable to advertisers, that's another thing. That's like when I did the advert for Facebook. I published an ad on Facebook not too long ago, and whenever I've done that, it will say, because I prioritize it to UK, and it will say, due to some privacy laws, this advert might not be very effective and stuff. And they make it sound like privacy is a problem. And it's like, no, this is a good thing. We're supposed to have privacy. So, but yeah, it's because humans are running the technology, and that is where the problem's at. Because they use it to spy.
It's like a friend of mine, her ex-husband works in top security, and I said to her, be careful what you send via phone and emails, because he'll see it. He won't do that. I went, yes, he will. No, he won't, because it's against his rules at work and this, that and the other. And I went, he won't care about that. If you won't get caught, well, I'm
Imagine
telling
people
you.
following the rules. I don't follow the rules, so like, someone like me
But
doesn't
he was
follow
finding things out, and I think she was pointing the finger at me, thinking that I was telling him stuff, and I was like, no, it's coming through your devices.
Yeah, so someone Mum knows is in some friend's ex runs what is it, like system security and all that stuff, doesn't he? Like in technology and stuff, and he is able to find stuff out because he can access it through your tech.
And I think that she thought it was me
Passing information.
passing information, and I'm like, no, I've told you before. And then 18 months later, she comes up to me and says, do you know you could go through my information? I went, I've been telling you that.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Right. Anyway, we're gonna go because we've got to get on.
I've got to cook some food.
I've got charts I have to make.
I'm doing courgette with mushrooms, onion,
Yeah.
carbonara. As
Right.
in banana carbonara
So,
with spaghetti.
can I end this now? So,
Or twisty ones, which one?
For Christ's sake. Support the Patreon, patreon.com/Mindstorm Productions. Huge thanks to Caino, L, Nggyunglydngraady, Pitybug, and Scary Mary, the Furious Five. Blue's getting excited because he knows we're ending. Also, check out website for stuff. There it is. And follow our socials. There and there. Even though she never really posts, unless it's something she shouldn't be posting on there.
No, I need to get it back up and running on my phone.
And then there's me that tries to keep things up to date, but not always. I try. And yeah, we'll see you next week. So bye-bye. Oh, and praise the headphones. They're listening.
Say that it feels right.